All right, we're here with Ryan at Domaine Madeleine, checking out the aquaponics shed you built, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Check it out. Let's go. Show us what you got, brother. Looks really nice, man.
So this is the fish tank here. We got about 50 tilapia in there. It's a 300-gallon tank. Gravity feeds into all these different grow beds. We have an ebb and flow grow bed here. Here we have a deep water culture. And this is a wicking bed here. And over on the end here we have a nutrient film technique.
What is wicking exactly?
Wicking bed is basically capillary action. So it's the nutrient-rich water runs through the bottom of this, the bottom 2 inches of it, and then the top 2/3 of this grow bed is compost and cocoa coir, shredded coconut husks.
Okay.
And that water, that nutrient-rich water, wicks it up, and so you can see right away there's moisture right in there, and the root zone's right there.
All right.
So basically, it's yeah, it's just a style like the Danish use when they do their aquaponics. So,
cool.
Yeah, I borrowed it from them. But it's just a different type of. So basically, what aquaponics is the mating of aquaculture, which is the farming of fish, and hydroponics, which is the raising of plants in a soilless medium.
Oh, okay.
And so we have.
I'm glad you explained that. Thank you.
Yeah, we have 4 different styles of hydroponic grow beds. Typically, you usually use one. Commercial growers will just use one, but we wanted to teach people and get them.
That's great.
You know, so that people can decide for themselves which one works best for their application and what they're trying to grow. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we? Yeah, I mean maybe. Do you want to?
The fish tank gravity feeds the water, the nutrient-rich water into these different grow beds. This here is a floating raft system, and if I lift it up, you can see the root zone's just grows right in the water there.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, very interesting.
Yeah,
that's really neat.
So they call it a deep water culture. There's oxygen pumped into it through an air stone, like you have in your fish tank. Yeah. And so then once the water gets to a predetermined height, it just gravity feeds into the sump tank down below here. Okay. This grow bed here is, they call it an ebb and flow. And it's got inside of it, it's got a bell siphon. You can kind of see it there. So what happens with this one is that we can't pump oxygen into this one because it's all pea gravel. It's the medium that we're using in this. So what happens is every 20 minutes the water, nutrient-rich water, fills up, and then about 3 minutes it siphons out using this bell siphon here, and that's how you get oxygen. So it's filling up for nutrients, draining for oxygen.
Excellent.
And so it does that every about 20 to 25 minutes. And so that's how that one works. Cool. And this bell siphon is actually really cool. There's no electricity involved. It's an old technique. But yeah, so that's the ebb and flow. The wicking bed, it's got the 2 inches of volcanic rock in the bottom of it. It's real porous, right? So there's a place for that biology to grow in. And so then it has a standpipe just like the deep water culture. It just stays at 2 inches and then drains off. Gravity feeds back into the sump tank. And then the capillary action happens where the compost mixed with the shredded coconut husk, the cocoa coir, draws that up. And then the plants feed off of that. The nutrient film technique, the water gravity feeds into the tubes, runs down to the end, comes back down, gravity feeds into the bottom tube, back down into the sump tank. We have these little net pots in here. It's real similar to the deep water culture. It's got these net pots in here. That's probably a tough one to show you with, but then it's got its roots. So the net pot is just really to keep the plant upright. It's not really for the roots.
Yeah, gotcha. Wow, and these are just 4 different techniques of aquaponics.
These are 4 different hydroponic growing beds, is what these are, and then we mated them with the aquaculture, the fish
which is
tank,
the fish,
and then the two together mated becomes aquaponics. Is the new name that they kind of gave it, or the name they coined. Basically,
see how we learned today. Woo! Yeah, it's great. It's great. Ryan, thank you, man.
Yeah,
thank you very much. It's really interesting to know.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're here at Domaine Madeleine, where this is all taking place in the wonderful state of Washington. right near Squim, as they call the city. Squim. Anyway, this is Howard from Travel Bums. We'll be back.